Episode 3 of All of Us Are Dead returns to the police station, where Byung-chan admits to starting this viral outbreak. While he talks to Jae-ik, we cut across to Hee-soo, who has problems of her own. After leaving the school with an upset stomach, we saw her last episode with water dribbling down her legs. Now, it turns out she was actually pregnant and gives birth in a public bathroom on her own. Chung-san, however, survives his tumble off the balcony. He clings on for dear life to the hosepipe, but one of the infected grips his leg. Soo-hyuk manages to come over and help, though, acrobatically diving and managing to grab the hose. It's miraculous that this thing hasn't broken, and it's a pretty ludicrous moment in truth. The infection soon begins to spread across town, though, with Hee-soo forced to evade the zombies while holding on to her babe. She also narrowly misses being hit with a police car, too, which is filmed by bystanders. The same bystanders who upload it onto Facebook and allow our kids in the broadcasting room to see take place. It's a neat way of moving the action back to the broadcasting room. Eventually, all the kids reconvene, where tensions break out between Na-yeon and Kyung-soo. After thwarting an infected, Soo-hyuk accidentally knocks Kyung-soo in the nose. The thing is, this causes the others to believe he's infected. Na-yeon is the ringleader in this, but she refuses to apologize when it turns out he's okay. Na-yeon presses on, believing the scratch on his hand was a result of the infected. In order to get to the bottom of this, Sun-hwa makes a big decision and decides he should stay in the recording room. At least for 30 minutes anyway, to see if anything changes. Gui-nam is still alive too, and uses every resource he can to make it to safety. While this is happening, Chung-san's mother notices the news about Hyo-san and grabs the nearby bike and races to the school. Anjo's father, meanwhile, sees the infection firsthand after being called to the office building, where one of the infected is tied to a chair. As the infection grows worse, police mobilize in the streets and prepare to fight back the hordes. This also means Cheon-san's mom is forced to take a risky path through the back alleys. And out of all the people she could run into, it's Hee-sun. She's still cradling her baby and rushes away, leaving the woman alone to face a rabble of zombies chasing after her. Hee-sun takes a turn for the worst. She's infected and wanting to protect her child. She ties knots on the door to herself to try and stop the zombies from getting to the baby and to stop herself from doing something awful. Back in school, Kyung-soo ends up sulking and refuses to come out from the recording room. In order to solve matters, Sun-hwa and the kids suggest Na-yeon be the one to go in and speak to him. Only, this just makes matters worse. Kyung-soo soon begins bleeding from the nose when he's let out, and it seems like Na-yeon was right after all. With a shaky voice, Kyung-soo decides to leave on his own accord and do the right thing. Just before he turns, Kyung-soo experiences some frightening visions. Chung-san manages to distract him by whistling their favorite tune together, which sees him dive out the window and join the rest of the horde. The thing is, Na-yeon actually wiped infected blood from the broom used earlier on to fend off the infected. She then used that to infect Kyung-soo's wound. Namri saw the whole thing, and the group turn on her. It doesn't take long for Na-yeon to admit to everything. Na-yeon eventually leaves, sobbing, claiming she has no friends. In her absence, Sun-hwa sternly tells the other kids not to take another life. In doing so, that makes life itself meaningless. After her speech, she heads outside to try and save Na-yeon. Grabbing her hand, they hurry away from the horde, leaving the kids on their own. But not for long. A helicopter shows up which could prove to be their salvation. If you're watching this channel for the first time, hit the subscribe button and watch other episodes. Until then, it's me, Mitsubishi, signing off.